3 months. I've been talking about Loyalist chapters and traitor warbands for 3 months. I actually got a request to do a Drukhari Cabal video a while back, and I said I would do it after the compilation, and it is looking all the more enticing. Anyways, Sieging Hunters of Rogue Astartes. Unfortunately, as cool as they are the lapdogs of the High Lords of Terra. Another chapter that used to guard the Eye of Terror. They had 11 companies instead of 10. They were last seen aiding the second company of the Ultramarines in beating back the Tau. Zealous like the Black Templars, but unlike them, they deeply venerate the Codex Astartes. I don't think these two would get along. They aided a lot of chapters, but unfortunately their homeworld would be attacked and likely destroyed by High Fleet Leviathan. A rather controversial chapter. They collect Chaos artifacts, but only to use them against Chaos. A radical inquisitor gave them this idea. Apparently there was another chapter with the same name that might have been destroyed during the War of the Beast. Anyways, they adopted the remaining members of the Astral Knights into their chapter after, the whole thing with the Necron Death Star. Most of their deeds aren't well known, but they fought alongside Gaunt himself, so they must have done some other cool stuff as well. They participated in a few Exterminatus campaigns, one of which was after the Grey Knights retrieved an important book from a temple. They were destroyed by the Thousand Sons and Magnus during the 13th Black Crusade. Despite their name, there is no confirmation that they are a successor chapter of the White Scars. Scholars struggled to find any information on them, something that I can deeply understand. Zealous warriors who are obsessed with death. They are also responsible for Huron's, new look. Half of them fell to Chaos and were purged by the Loyalist half. Now they have a renewed vigor to fight against Chaos. They have fought against High Fleet Leviathan. They had lost their homeworld and 23 other worlds. Their fate is unknown. Due to their encounter with the slavers, some of their companies were infected with the slaver plague and had to be put in stasis. Now the rest of the chapter are trying to find a cure. They quelled a rebellion despite losing a significant number of their forces from a previous campaign. They were last seen on Cadia during the 13th Black Crusade, because of course. The chapter disappeared for a while and returned to find that their homeworld was destroyed by the Imperium. They were readopted by their parent chapter, the Astral Claws, and, well, you know how the rest of that story went. This chapter has never known defeat, okay Melania, and they allow refugees in their homeworld. During the Abyssal Crusade, they essentially applied the notes that they had taken from the Doomslayer. They fought alongside the Sons of Guilliman against the Orcs until reinforcements could arrive. They also participated in the slaughter of a planet alongside other chapters, some sister orders, and an inquisitor. They quelled a rebellion by some uppity nobles, they put down a mutant uprising by the Alpha Legion, and they smashed an insurrection but lost their chapter master in the process. They are on a crusade of finding out who their daddy is. They were last seen defending their homeworld against High Fleet Leviathan during the Fourth Tyrannic War. They unleashed their wrath on the rebellious worlds of the Imperium. They do not want a repeat of the heresy.